All right. So hopefully we can show you how I trade second day earnings gaps. You can see here that TUP had a big day yesterday. We went long down here somewhere and ended up closing our position a couple times throughout the day. Closed on highs, which almost on highs, I should say. Now it's faded pre-market all the way down to 1510. I can see this pulling back to 1450 area here, which it looks like it kind of did 1460, but I can still see it pulling a little more. So I got some orders queued up, ready to go. Plan to go semi-big on this one. Has a lot to do with the market though. Market's down overall. I would have liked to see it closer to even, but it is what it is. So let's see what happens here. Yeah, as expected, it's dropping. I'm not gonna rush into this one. I want to make sure the move is right. There's a 10-cent, 20-cent difference in the spread right now between the buy and the ask. You can see PayPal had good earnings too. That even dipped. If we get a run back to green today on the markets, this PayPal will be at highs. I suspect that's what's going to happen, but we'll see. Almost everything's down right now, except for TAP. Oh, look at that! Would you look at that? So TAP is up 5% today, 6%. Did their earnings come out already? Okay, so right here at 1480, I'm gonna start in on this. Well, it's 1483, 1490. Yeah, I'm starting in. So I got my core position, not core. I started in on it. I'm queuing up another order as we speak. If it bounces a little bit and then shows a lower high, I'll add. Did fill right? Yeah. Did I buy it in the wrong account? I don't think I did. I think my software is having some issues here. It says I failed. Yeah, it says I failed, but I don't see it. Oh well. Alright, so we're getting a nice little bounce as expected. So we'll play this for a couple minutes. Very, very possible that it fails. But we gotta wait. What I'd like to see is maybe get to up to this 1570 area, come back down, consolidate a little bit, maybe touch the 1520 area again, and then I'll buy more. Plenty of room to add. That's the key to these. You want to make sure you have room to add, but you want to make sure that your big position's down here. So far I haven't. So even if this goes without me, right, and I don't get to add at all, I'm happy because I have a decent sized position and I'll make money. If it pulls back down and starts to fail, then I sell and I'm not out that much. I'm lowering my risk at this point. So I'm already up 3% on that position, which is pretty big. This didn't get as high as I wanted to. Let's see what happens here. Look at PayPal. Look, boom, huge spike there. SQ's getting a little bit of benefit from that, but not as much as I'd like to see. Etsy's moving. Amazon, huge move right now. They're running up. Okay, so this is coming back down. 15 holds, I'll be happy. It might go a little bit below that, but ideally you don't want to see it right now below this second tick, which would have been 1475. My stop loss is probably this 1460 area for the position I have. So what I'm doing now is getting everything ready so that I can sell, I can buy, I can do whatever. I may buy here though. Hold on. Add to this position. Because it's holding that 15, you know? And round numbers are big. No, it failed. Okay, So now I'm on the lookout just to get out, even um, or if it decides it's going to actually bounce, but we'll see. Right now, I don't even know what I'm at right now. Pretty much even. Um, I have a feeling it's going to drop though, and it'll be a loss, but it's okay because I'd rather take my small loss, um, and move on. I feel like I got a good entry on my position, so I can't complain. Let it play out for a couple minutes. I know where my stop is. I don't have a hard stop in. It's more of a mental stop. Um, I'm surprised though. I figured this would have gone. This was really strong yesterday, all day, and usually you see a decent bounce here. And this has good short interest too. So I don't know. We'll see what happens here. I'm almost getting to my stop here. If I was really, you know, willing to risk the biscuit, if you will, I would go ahead and buy some more right here. But I'm not. So like I said, I'm gonna let it play out for a minute. I just want to see what happens here. This looks like a failed. It still hasn't broke my 1450 number, which is kind of key here. Which is the previous day's low to an extent after the run out. I like to use that as a number. But we'll see what happens here. This could reverse. Who knows? So did TAP come out with their earnings? Is that why they're up so much? Let me take a look. I knew it was 30th, but I thought it was after the market close, not before. No, it is after. So they beat on earnings and revenue estimates. So that was good. I usually don't hold through earnings, but that one I was planning to. I like the chart a lot. I mean, this thing's been beaten down like you wouldn't believe. You can see here, this is at 60 almost earlier this year. I suspect this will be back to 50 in no time, especially now that they just reported good earnings. I don't see why they aren't higher than this, but 5%, I'll take it so far. Yeah, I'm up 5.5% on that position. Square's kind of blowing up a little bit. That has to do with the PayPal earnings. Amazon, we're going to close today as well before earnings. I just got to wait for it to do its run up. I think it will happen. It's just a matter of time. WKHS is having a good run right now. I don't know. Can you see that chart? Yeah, you can. You can see that chart here. Hold on a second. I got to blow my nose, guys. My allergies are killing me today. All right. So it looks like I said, this TUP's gonna fail. I'm okay with it. So this, like I said, this was supposed to go a little bit higher, come back, sit around here, and then continue higher, go red green. I don't know if that's gonna happen at this point. It's down. Oh, you can't even see it. It's too high. It's down 8% right now, which is a lot. But that gives you buying opportunities too on an earnings gap like that. And I'm getting crushed again. That stock just sucks. I wouldn't be surprised if that's a $4 stock at some point, and I'll be still in it, waiting for it to bounce. Etsy's doing pretty well at 110 right now. Probably look to sell some of that today, honestly. I'm up almost 8%, so Why not, right? This is actually not too bad here, guys. This could bounce. It's holding. You know, let's. We're gonna add a little bit. I added a little bit more, just because. I got a feeling. And here it goes. Look, see, it's bouncing already. A little bit, not much. I'd like to see it get back above 15 right here. See if it happens. Do 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 do. Yeah, WKHS is on a rally right now. That's up $16.40 at the moment. It's doing well. Tesla's up, Etsy's up. Everything's kind of bouncing back here. It looks like for the most part. Our HAL position's down about 2% today, but we were already up a good amount on that one. So I'm still up 7% on that position, 7.5. I plan to wait on that one. That 15 break yesterday had no volume, etc. So I don't know. We'll see. WKHS is going nuts right now. 1670 it's at. I'm actually probably going to sell some because I'm almost up 10% now on that position. Actually, I'm not going to sell any. You want to know why? Because this is just the beginning of the move. This has barely moved. Look, in the scheme of things, this should be at 20 in no time. So I'm just going to leave that one. I'm not going to sell it. Here's a $15 test on this TUP. And there we go. Nice little break. And now we're on the move. As kind of expected. That's why I added a little bit more. I just had this feeling that hold down there was good. Let's see what it can do with it now. What I'll look to do now is maybe I'll take off a little bit. As we go, this isn't the best move here. Don't get me wrong. I would have liked to see this do more. So what I plan to do is lock in some profits, so I have a little more buffer room. So right now I'm just gonna take those shares I bought. I'm most likely gonna take off here. I missed it. I wanted to get at 20, but we'll see what happens here. Hold on. I may not be able to get out of it at this point. Come on. Okay. So I got both cells, one for my first position, one for my second position, lined up, ready to go, just in case we see something here. If we get a nice burst, granted, we want the red green move, but if I'm getting to $15.90 or $16 and it starts to fail, I'm selling before we get there, because even if it does make that move, I've made decent money at that point, and I'm okay with it. Like, because this is just a day trade, nothing to marry, nothing to worry about. Let's see. Big moves from WKHS. 1725 it hit, or above actually. It hit way up there. It got to 1750. Big move. I'm very happy with that position. I'm up 11% now. That could happen with this TUP if it goes red green. That's what I'm saying. Like the potential of a red green move is huge, and that's what this did today. This was a nice red green move, and it just blasted off. Granted, it's giving some back right now, but we should be all right. It should keep going. So this TUP's giving some back, but it's holding. It's not really going too crazy here. Man, I'm almost tempted to buy even more, because it's holding. Let me just see something here. All right, I gotta buy tuned up just in case I decide I want to add one more time. I wouldn't add past that though, I don't think, because I'm only up 1.5% right now, but it's on a bigger, not bigger, but bigger than normal size position. My average is about $14.82 right now. So if we get down to this 14.60, I'd probably raise my stop a little bit right now. Probably, well, maybe not yet. I want to see what happens here, because this could just give it all back real quick. We're going to go ahead and, I don't know if this is the wisest move, but I'm adding one more time right here. Added. All right, so now we have, let's see, accounts, trade, tune up another sell order, so we have that ready to go for that ad that we just did. Oh crap, did I buy it in the wrong account? Please don't tell me I bought it in the wrong account. No, I did. All right. I have multiple accounts that I deal with, and sometimes I buy it in the wrong one. All right, so now the goal is to get over that 1550, and I'll start to get rid of some shares there, if not sooner. I'm up a good amount. It's still 1.8 or 1.5%, but it's dollar wise it's bigger because I have a bigger position. Well, for me, I have a bigger position, so everything's relative, guys. You play what you are comfortable risking, and that's kind of the key. This is different from a swing trade for me. Swing trades, I have a very set amount that I use, which is like 1/10 of the size of my account size for swing position. So, but for day trades, I'm a lot more flexible with that number. All right, don't like that candle, but we'll see what happens. 5-minute chart probably doesn't look too bad. There is selling, but it's holding. I'm watching the price action on my other screen here, guys, that you can't see. I would show it, but it has my account stuff on it, so I prefer not to have that on the video. But I can see all the action going through, and it is selling. But like I said, someone's holding it up. It's not just one order. Yeah, here we go. It's gonna dip here, most likely. All right, so we may get out of this one even in the end, but we'll see what happens. If it does go, we're ready though. We're locked and loaded with a bunch of shares, so see what happens here. And like I said, if it jumps over that, well, first 1530. If it gets over that, I'll probably sell a quarter, 1550 a quarter, and then I still have my full size position from the opening that or what I call full size. I don't know if it's really full size, but my bigger size position that I'll hold all the way up, which is basically half at this point. So I've added half, a quarter, and a quarter. And we're getting a nice bounce here. We're up 1.8, 1.9%. Doesn't sound like a lot, but when you do the dollars, it's a decent amount. Let's see what happens here. If it can get some legs, that'd be nice. A little volume too would be nice. This volume's kind of crap right now. All right, here we go. So now no volume though. That's the thing. So it's moving up a little bit, but there's just no volume to go with it really. Here we go. There's some volume. And then it gets shot down. Well, we'll see what happens. So now, once it breaks 15, I'll probably look to get out even. At this point, I'm thinking, the trade probably, if it can't break this 1550 soon, this trade is probably not going to go red green. Not saying it won't, but the likelihood goes down the longer this takes. So we're at 850 right now, right? And or I'm sorry, 950 market time. So we're 20 minutes into the trading day. I suspect this move will happen before 10. I want it to happen before 10, where it breaks this 1550. These moves usually happen in the first 30 minutes. And I like to be in and out of the trade because if it doesn't happen by then, chances are it's going to fail and not going to do it. See, we're up down 6%. It was down to 8% earlier. So let's see what happens here. There's a lot of sells lined up, sell orders. I can see it on the buys and sells right now at the 20s. It needs a lot of volume right now in order to break higher here. I have a feeling this is getting shorted. It's already highly shorted. So in order for this to squeeze, it's got to go red-green. And in order for that to happen, there's got to be a lot more volume, which doesn't seem to be the case. Yesterday's volume, look at it. Look at the comparison. And today we're down here. That's all we have for volume. That's been the sell-off so far, is that little bit of volume. And that's why I like this too, is because there's so little volume on the sell-off that as soon as the volume comes in, this thing's going to go nuts. But on the other hand, it could go the opposite way too. If the volume comes in and people start shorting it, it's going to go the other way. So that's why we keep our stops short, kind of tight here. I say 15. We're at 15.25 here, 15.29. See if it breaks through this 15.30, which if it does, yep, there we go. Now, if it breaks through this 15.50, we start taking stuff off. I'm up 3% almost right now. A good amount of money. I'm gonna go ahead and take. No, I'm gonna wait a minute. I could take some off here. The smart move would be to take some off, but I'm risking it today. Normally, I would probably take this off here, or some of it. You know what I mean? There's no need for me to. Shit. You know what? I can't. I have too many orders up here. Hold on. Sell. Buy. Close. All right. So edit. Lots. Return the trade. All right, so I'm good now. So holding nicely up here. I'm looking at the minute chart, so it's kind of, and I'm watching the price action. It's kind of hard to understand it looking at just the chart. But right now, this ideally should not break 15 before it breaks 1550. So the goal is for this to break 1550 right here within the next 10 minutes probably. I may have to cut the video short, unfortunately. I will let you know though what happens. I have a meeting in 7 minutes, so as soon as that's about to start, I will cut this video and we'll move on. Square's getting crushed right now. Not crushed, but it's dropping a decent amount. I'm assuming it's because of this PayPal. Look at TAP though. This is going to be a good one. I bet you this breaks 40 today. It's kind of like, oh, it was going to sell off and give it all back, and now it's like grinding back. And as soon as it breaks that 39, it's guaranteed to hit 40, I bet. Not guaranteed, but I'm liking this stock. I'm so glad I got into that, especially now that earnings are out. But let's see. So 15, 18s. Yeah, we're good. We're holding. It's gonna go back up here, I think. Sorry, I'm gonna blow my nose again. I don't know what's up with my allergies today. I'm gonna mute you guys. Alright, I'm back. Alrighty. Let's take a look here. Now, like I said, we need to see this break 1550 before 15 breaks. That is a hard stop now for me. Not a hard stop, because I don't actually place the orders. But right now, if this fails at 15, I'm going to have a real hard time staying in this because of the chart pattern. This was a good hold right here, a good 5-minute hold. This not so much. So let me see if I can put let's do the daily 5-minute chart, see what that looks like. Yeah, see, up and then down. All right, it broke. So yeah, we're gonna get out. We're gonna start to filter out some of these shares. This doesn't look good now. I'm sure it might still do it, but I really wanted that 15 to hold. But then again, I haven't sold yet. I'm talking out loud. And I always preach having a game plan, and as you can see, my game plan's changed as this trade has been happening. But if you look, SPY is like absolutely selling off right now. So of course this is going to take a hit, right? So it makes me think, okay, well this stock was trending in the right direction. If SPY hadn't done the right, what it just did, I think we would have been all right. It's still not it's broken from my perspective on what I was looking for, but it's not broken overall. I don't believe. I think this could still consolidate a little bit and then go up. We're almost at the 10 o'clock mark though, which is when I like to sell and when I like to know if a move is actually going to do its thing. Look at WKHS sold all the way back off. That's stupid. I should have sold that. Oh well, I missed out on that. Was a 5% sell off right there, if not more. But I wasn't really paying attention to that. I was more focused on this trade because I have more invested in it. All right, let's see. Do we take some off here? I still haven't sold, guys. I said I was going to, and that's why I don't do hard stops, because I sometimes like to watch the price action and see what happens. It's pretty thin up. I could see this going back to 20 in no time. 20 cents. 15.20, 15.40, yeah. Let's see what happens there. I'm breaking my own rules. You gotta stick to them. Trust me. But even it's hard for me to even do, But in this case, me sticking to my rules is the difference of me breaking even, or I'm sorry, me making money or breaking. And if I don't follow my rules, breaking even at the worst case, because I will sell it at my break-even price, which is like $14.88 right now is my average. So absolute worst case, I break even. Best case, I'm making money, and that's the reason why I'm allowing myself to break my own rules, is because I'm not actually down on the trade. If I was down, this would be a whole different situation. But I'm not, so we'll see what happens here. My meeting's in 2 minutes, so I do have to get going. I'm gonna pause the recording or stop the recording. I don't know if I can pause it. Can I pause it? No, I can't. It's about a half-hour video, guys. I'll try to come back on. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna leave it on for now. I'm gonna mute while I'm on that call. If I sell, I'll bring up like Notepad and say I sell. I'll come on and put the mic on and say I sold. But 14.90. I'm almost 100% sure I'll sell at now. Just because that 14.88 is my break even. So if it gets near 14.90, I'll probably sell it just to get out even, and that will be my trade for the day, but otherwise I'm going to let this ride for now. Hopefully we get this 1550 break. That's the goal. Once it does that, I have no doubt that it's going to make that get real close to that red green move. So just gotta see what happens. Even though the market's still selling off, this is coming back, so that's a good sign. This is relative strength, is what they call that. Even though it's down, it could still have relative strength. The reason it's down is because it was up so much yesterday, and that's what we trade, day trade. But all right, I'm gonna get going. Put you on mute. I'll leave it running for a bit, and I'll be back in a couple minutes. All right, guys, I am back. Sorry about the silence there. Let's see if this gets back over 1520. This may work out nicely. Still up like 1.7% right now. I would love to see that 1520, but there's a huge order at 1515 and 1520. It's getting a little chipped at the 1515 order right now. But you can see this is no volume here, so this is interesting. I could have sold it. I could have sold it for, getting out even right here. So, like I said, so 1515 just broke. Someone just took out that massive order. 1520, there's one. If that gets taken out right here, this is going back. And I thought it was failed as soon as it broke that 14. 1490 was just my line in the sand. I didn't suspect that being like a, hey, is broken. More like the 15 here holding and then failing. And then I thought maybe this would keep it going, but it failed again. So I think I overanalyze these sometimes on the day trade, and just kind of got to let them play out. And that's kind of what I'm doing right now, is just letting this play out. I would love to see this get over the 1550 is a big mark on this one. That sends it to 16. There's going to be resistance at 1540, and there's resistance at 1520 right now. But it looks like 1520 just got nailed and taken out. So the 38. So that's 1540. That resistance is going to be decent. If we get that high, this could pull back here any second. I'm up 2% at the moment. Like I said, doesn't sound like a lot, but when you are adding to your position constantly when it's at lows, it adds up quick, I'll tell you. I mean, I could sell this right now and be a happy camper for the day and take my winnings and move on. But I'm looking for a bigger move here because I know it's there. I know it's possible. It's the move we like to play. It's now past 10 o'clock. It's 10:10 to be exact. Oh, here we go. Nice little jut there. No volume really. There was some increasing volume here on the green, but nothing like. I would like to see a nice candle, 100 to 150,000 shares of green, and I think we'll get that if we break this 1550. We'll definitely get it if we go red green. But let's see if this 1530 breaks. Looks like it's going to. Could be wrong, but yeah, there we go. That just broke. So 1540 and 1550 are your next two big areas. I'm up 2.8% right now. I'm gonna take some off. I don't know why. Oh shit, I missed it. You want to know why? Is because I'm overthinking it because I'm in so big. Yeah, I knew it was gonna pull. I should have sold. Because I'm in too big. So that happens sometimes. Is you get you're big, you buy in too much, and your emotions start coming into play. And the best way to fix that is just to lower your position size. That's all. So, what I'm going to do right here is just go ahead and take some off for a profit of 2%, 2.3%, somewhere in there. Edit. What am I selling here? Oh, that was a buy. I'm glad I didn't just do that. All right, so I took off right here, taking off, place, done. All right, so I took a quarter off. So I'm in 3/4 of the size that I was. I'm a happy camper. I made some money on that. We'll see what else we can do here. I'm gonna try to let the rest ride. I gotta edit my position. Buy, sell. I gotta wait for my position to update. See what happens here. This is looking good, actually. As long as it consolidates here for a little bit, which it's doing. A couple more minutes, and then it should take off another level. I would think. But you can see on that initial down and then up, that's your big move. Your big move is right out the gate. I mean, you could have bought down here if you got a good fill, let's say 10 to 12 cents off the low at 14.80 and sold 10 to 12 cents at 15.30. You're making 50 cents a share in 2 minutes. Like, that's a great move if you can catch it. And that's how a lot of these happen. All right, so there is a huge sell at 15.31 on this stock. Let's see if it gets taken out. Volume still low, still not what I'd like to see. Like I said, I think once it starts breaking these, you'll see higher, but as of right now, it's still pretty low. I'm up 3% right now on this trade, which is good money for a day trade, guys. 3% you can't go wrong with. But like that, see, that's the volume we need. This just took out a huge number there. Big order at 31 that I was talking about. Now I see this going and trying to test that 1550 area. Obviously, it's got to get by this 1538 first, 1540. But that 1550 looks more doable now, in my opinion. I'm up 3.5% now. It's trying. Someone was trying to sell it off just then. But see, now the volume's coming in. So if we can get a couple more volume ticks like this in the green, oh, this thing's gonna be this guy, rocketing out. But I think we get a pullback real quick. Hopefully not too far. Hopefully back to this consolidation area, not below 1520, and then continues up. But we'll see. Maybe it may get back down to this 1510 area. 15's kind of key at this point. Even though it did break it, I still think that round number is key in this. Let's see what happens here. Teeing up another sell order for when it breaks that 1550. I suspect that it will. Oh, that's not right. Hold on a second here. Buy, sell, lots. Yeah, something's not right here. Here. We got a dip coming here. I gotta clear my order for him. There's something wrong with it. It's showing I have one amount of shares, and then when I open the lots, there it is. All right. So I'm getting another quarter position tuned up, ready to sell. This is for the 1550 break, which I suspect will spike it to about 1570, at which time I will sell into. That's my suspicion on this. Still up about 3.25% on the position. It's gonna dip here decently. Nice little consolidation area, and a little run up here. Let's see if it goes to the next level. It would not be good if this is where it stalls, because that's looking like a triple top almost. Even though it did break it, it instantly came back to this level. So let's see what happens here. 38 looks like it's a big number for this stock for some reason. 1538. But like I said, that volume, if it breaks this area, that volume's gonna shoot up because it's definitely gonna go red green. I am looking at other stocks that aren't on the screen, guys, just so you guys are aware. Amazon, I thought we'd get more of a run up on this one. I think we'll be lucky if you know, it does anything at this point. I'm up $7 a share, which is nothing when you're talking about a $3,000 share stock, but I'll probably look to get out of that soon. All right, here we go. Boom, there it is. Big break right there. On low volume too, which is not good. But hey, we'll see what happens. 1550 next. 1550 breaks. I'll be a happy camper. Let's go. Yeah, I think it needs time. It needs more volume to break that. I'm up 4% now, 4.15%, somewhere in there. Now, just for the record, this will fade. The rest of this, I have a feeling, if this does not go red green, this will continue to fade and possibly get back down in this 15 area. I have no doubt in my mind, because usually when something fails, it is going to fail pretty bad. So if we get this 4% that we're down right now to this red green and it fails, it's going to drop another 5% probably. That's my guess. That's what I've seen in the past, and that's why I get out of these trades as fast as possible. This one taking a little longer, but it looks like it's working. Like you can see it working here. We tested 1550. Let's consolidate a little bit and then retest it and go. It may just break right here. Who knows? We just have to see how the volume plays out. You could see more consistently the bigger volume coming in, and that's what we like to see. And I have a feeling you'll see a nice 100,000 share shoot up soon. I think you'll see that. And that's kind of going to be the start of a big move, bigger move. Granted, I mean, we're at 4%, guys. We're making good money here. We nailed, not the bottom. We didn't even nail the bottom, but we nailed our ads and getting to where we needed to be from a dollar cost average. Well, I figured this would have sold a little bit back to that 1530 area, but it's kind of holding. It's thin though. It's thin on the buy side, so it may still dip. SPY is selling back off, probably looking to retest that low. But if it makes a higher low, that's a good sign. Amazon just sold off. I'm gonna get out of that even. So, actually, I'm gonna sell some of it. Okay, I just gotta post that I sold that real quick. Let's see. When was the last time I talked about Amazon? I don't even know. I'm just gonna post. Oops, got the image. Tweet. Sold half my Amazon for break even. The run up I was looking for. I am All right. So just posted on Amazon. All right. So we saw that little sell off there on Tupperware, but it was bought right back up. So I'm not too worried about this stock right now. It's playing out almost perfectly for us. I almost got faked out right here, though. I'm not gonna lie. I thought for sure this was gonna fail here. These three did not look good. If this had held right here and then continued higher, that would have looked good. But it started to look bad there while I was on my call, and I got real nervous. Not real nervous because I was still up. I would have broke even, worst case. So you can see though this bouncing back right away. Nice consolidation probably for a couple minutes, and then we'll see another leg up maybe, or it may just go here. It depends on what's driving this, and I'm not sure what markets behind it are driving it, but something is, and it's not just people buying it. I'm pretty sure. It runs with something, and I'm trying to correlate it, and I can't correlate it just quite yet. I mean, what does Tupperware run with? Consumer supplies, maybe. I don't know if that's even a thing. Oh, that's interesting. So I've been burned on ABT like 1,000 times, and I'm not going to play it, but this looks like a decent chart to possibly buy here if it holds. You're getting in at lows. Even if it consolidates and keeps going down, up, you're, $24 to 22. You're making $2 a share, 10% range there. You could probably buy here. It's doubled. It's holding. And buy right here and then sell it, the next day at 24 if it kind of bounces. I'm not playing it. Screw that stock. All right, so what are we at here? Let's take a look. I'm contemplating taking my other quarter position size off for no reason other than to lower my average size. And then just let that run. But I don't know. I could go either way with it. There's definitely a wall at 1550. I can see it. There's no doubt. But there's also bids at 1539 right now. There's one that's a 5,000 share block, which isn't huge, but that should hold it up if they actually keep that there. Because a lot of times you'll see these blocks show up and people will pull them as soon as they get hit a little bit. Let's see what happens here. Yeah, so that 1539 is gone. It either got taken out or just they pulled it. So ideally it stays above this last low here and then continues. It kind of just consolidates here a little bit. That's what we're doing currently. Oh, now 1539 came back. That block came back as soon as it went back above. So yeah, whoever is putting that bid in is basically just flashing that there's numbers so that people buy. They keep moving it from 1539 to 1540. It's a good sign because that means someone big is in it, but it's a bad sign because it's not real support. Because as soon as it starts getting hit, it pulls the order. It's probably some automated trading software of some kind. Square just sucks, man. Gave it all back. It was up at $131 today. It's at 126, $5 share. So All right, so you can see this is forming a tight little range here, and then all of a sudden, boom. Yeah, I mean, this volume's decreasing, not good. Volume decreasing, but holding, not terrible. OMI just went red green. I know that's one I've been watching. It's, man, talk about a missed opportunity. I've been buying that. I was buying that thing at $7 a share, low sixes, selling in sevens, and I took a loss, like a 2% loss or something like that on it. That's last trade, just to get out, because I wasn't sure. And then earnings came out and it freaking blew it out the water, and now it's $16.50. That was I don't even know, 120% gain I left on the table, but whatever. Can't dwell on that. And you never know with earnings, so that's why I usually don't play earnings. Amazon, everyone's expecting their earnings to be good. Usually when that happens, the stock drops, regardless of what the earnings are. My thought process is the chart itself, Amazon's chart, looks really good. Like, even if earnings weren't happening, if you look at this chart, right? Look at this. It's forming this wedge, this bull flag almost, right here. And I just have this feeling that, everyone's using Amazon. I don't care who you are. Everyone's freaking using Amazon. And their AWS is just the biggest thing going for them. And it's probably the least viewed right now because of the Corona stuff. So I have a feeling those numbers are going to be ridiculous when it comes down to it. All right, we're at 10:30. I'm overstaying my welcome in this stock. It is not breaking this 1550 area, but it is nicely consolidating. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my mental stop of this low that was here at 1525. So I'll probably hit 1520 if I sell, but I'm going to use that because this is a day trade. I'm not marrying it. I'm going to get out. I'm going to sell 2/3 of what's left, or half of my full size that I was in today. So I'll have a quarter size of what I was. 1550. Where's the volume? Bring it in. There it is. Boom. Broke. All right. So never mind. I'm not going to sell anything yet. We're up almost 5%. I'm probably going to tee up an order for the other quarter I sold. Preview. And we're going to get ready to place that 1570 is my goal on this. See, so volume. We just got a big volume spike here, which is nice. Let's see if it continues. 65 it may stall at. It may stall right here too, but 65 I see some orders. Nothing crazy. Ooh, big. Someone just market ordered big. Right there. Or I shouldn't say big. It was thin, so they market ordered and it took out all the orders going down. You could see the volume is basically nothing on that sell. So I'm not too worried about that. It should bounce right back. Let's see what happens here. It made a new high on the day. Excluding pre-market, obviously, it made a new high on the day. So we're down just under 4% on the stock. It very well could make that red-green move still. Market seems to be bouncing here, and that could be what's making this run. But we'll see. It may not do it. It looks like there's a lot of selling going on right now, and not a lot of bids at that. It needs more volume. It really does. That's the only thing to it right now. And I don't think people are getting involved
because it's so far away from that red green. So, excuse my language, but I hate when I question myself like this. Because like I said, I overanalyze stuff, and yeah. Let's see if this gets bought back. If it doesn't right here, and this continues to go down, I'll get out. Take my profit and go. Because I'm up 3.7%. I was almost up 5. Probably should have taken it off then, but what are you gonna do? You know, I'm gonna get the order ready. See what happens here. If this gets bought back up, I'll stay in. If it goes any lower, than that number I mentioned, 1525, then I'm gonna sell it. Yeah, it looks like it's gonna sell off. Although there's some big orders. 1525 has a decent amount of orders. But we just gave back, what, 30 cents in 3 minutes? Not even. Yeah. There's way too much sell pressure on this thing. Well, that sucks. Yep, I'm out. Okay. So I'm out of the stock. Took just under 3% on the trade. Yeah, I could have stayed in longer. I already overstayed my welcome, like I said. This was a nice break, but it did not do nearly what I thought. Like I said, 1570 would have been probably the number I would have liked to see there. And then a hold of 1550. But instead it broke, sold off, and then continued to sell off. So I'm good. I made my money on this trade. That's what I was looking for. It didn't do the red green move. It doesn't always do it. But you get the idea. That was that was the goal, was to get this to do red green. It did not do it. As of yet, it may still do it. But we got in where we needed to. I think we played it very well. Didn't panic when it broke here. Just kind of let it play out. I didn't panic here. I didn't panic sell. What I did, and I could have waited for it to bounce. I could have made a little bit more money, but this could have sold all the way back down to here. We don't know. It ended up in the end holding that 25 number that I suspected it would. Did it hold? Yeah. Wait, what did I sell at? Yeah, it did hold. So, yeah, this is probably going to keep going, to be honest. But I thought I saw 22 hit, so that's why I got out. But apparently, it deceived me because my fill was at 27. But regardless, whatever it is, what it is. I don't know how much I made. Let me do the math real quick for you guys. I know dollar-wise how much I made, but I don't know what the number is. Hold on a sec. Let's see. We got... compared to what I put in, 2.5% is what I made on the trade. But like I said, I was bigger than I normally would. I was probably, I mean, I was in there pretty good. But 2.5% on the day trade in an hour and what, almost 2 hours? No. Yeah, 2 hours. I'll take it any day of the week. Look at this net going. This is nice. That just had an upgrade, so I suspect we'll get... This is the breakout we've been waiting for here at 40. This should get back to 40, these highs right here, 42.60. We should see that soon. That's a nice little move there for that stock. Not complaining about that. But anyways, guys, that is the red to green move, second day trade. Obviously, not a red to green move, but you can see how it happens. Okay, what I normally see on these stocks that really work perfectly is this is the opening right here, right? We see this dip, and then we get this instant shot back up. And then what will happen is it will continue up. this gap down probably too much for it to do that. So ideally you'd like to see 3% is a perfect number, because you'll get another maybe 0.5% to 1% on the open that it goes down as people sell off. Because the mentality is, if it closes on high, people aren't selling it because they're like, oh, well, it's going to do well the next day. But when it decides to gap down, people go, oh crap, I should have sold yesterday, and then they sell right at the open. And that's why we get the dip first thing in the morning, right at the open. So we get that dip because everyone's taking profits because, hey, they're already up a ton of money, which gives us that buying opportunity for that red green move, because this has momentum behind it now at this point. Even though it's selling off right at the beginning, this has the momentum. So as soon as it catches a bottom, if you will, it continues higher. And that's what we caught today. It just didn't happen to be a red green move, but it worked out the way that a red green move actually, pretend that the red green was, somewhere that was this 1550, that's very well could have been the case too. I wouldn't have liked this as much if that was the case, but you get my point. SPY's bouncing now, so we could see more here, but I'm not gonna be disappointed with my 2.5% I made in 2 hours on a day trade on size. I'll take it any day of the week. Pays the bills, you know what I mean? All right, guys, we'll talk to you soon. Hope you enjoyed the video. Sorry for the length.